Hello traders, in this video let's talk about this beautiful trade opportunity that we had today during New York session. This was 3.4-hour trade. It only took 14 minutes and it was executed in front of everyone in our Discord, okay? You can check my Discord. We are sharing the live trades, trade recaps, the daily analysis, literally everything. And you can see what profits everyone are making in this Discord, okay? So make sure to check this out. I'm going to talk about this at the end, but now let's focus on this trade. Let's do the trade recap, why we took the trade, what was my narrative bias, and when did I drop on lower time frame on 15-second chart, and why I took this trade and what was my targets. Okay, so let's start from scratch, from zero. I'm gonna delete everything and let's see. Okay, why did we took the trade? Okay, first of all, whatever I was expecting today, it didn't happen. Okay, I'm an honest guy. Okay, I was bearish for today. I was expecting the Asia lows to be taken out, and I was actually expecting price to continue going downside a bit lower, okay? But as you can see, we had huge expansion upside. Market opens here. We had expansion upside, whatever we actually were not expecting. But I'm going to show you the point of interest. This was my last point of interest for sales, okay? This 4-hour fair value gap. Do you see this fair value gap here? 4-hour time frame. Now check ES, okay? Look at ES. This 4-hour fair value gap. What do you see here? Okay, ES taps into the 4-hour fair value gap, and Nasdaq couldn't tap into this fair value gap. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the analysis that I shared today. So what was I expecting? Okay, exactly here. Keep in mind that if we have 4-hour fair value, keep in mind that we have 4-hour fair value gaps resting above in premium. If price makes SMT on this fair value gap, that can also start expansion downside. Okay, here is the detailed explanation that I shared today for free in our Discord, okay? So I was waiting for SMT on the 4-hour fair value gaps, after which I would start looking for shorts, okay? So market opens, we had expansion upside. We didn't, we weren't expecting this expansion, so we didn't take any buys here, but I was patiently waiting for price to make SMT on this 4-hour fair value gap, okay? We check ES retraces into this 4-hour fair value gap, Nasdaq couldn't retrace into the 4-hour fair value gap. Now, after we had this huge expansion upside, now I am expecting some sort of retracement downside, okay? I want to see price to retrace once we have this type of SMT. So I waited for proper time, which was Q4. As you know, I use quarterly theory. I waited for fourth quarter to open, which starts exactly right here. This is open of the fourth quarter, okay, during New York session. New quarter opens, we have manipulation upside here, quarter makes the high here, and once this, okay, this move was followed by this 5-minute candle, what did we have here? We had change in state of delivery, okay? So this was fresh, bullish 5-minute order block, and once we close candle below this is called change in state of delivery, okay? So after I saw this, I was expecting price to retrace downside and take out my targets, okay, whatever was my targets. So we had low resistance liquidity resting downside, which was actually my target, okay, nothing that deep, okay. So my first target was this 15-minute low here, and my second target was this, okay, low resistance liquidity, whatever was resting downside. We took partial here, okay. But yeah, before we move on to the targets, let's understand what we did. We had 5-minute change in state of delivery, right? Once we have 5-minute change in state of delivery, on 5-minute point of interest, I am using 15-second confirmation, okay? So once we close candle here, at the next 5-minute candle opened, I was waiting for 5-minute candle to retrace into this breaker block here, whatever we had, change in state of delivery. So this was my point of interest for sales. Now we drop on 15-second chart, okay? So timing is right. It is fourth quarter, okay? So if price needed to retrace, it would have retraced now because of quarterly theory, how I use it. And look at this. Price retrace into the 5-minute breaker block here, okay? And what do we see? Exactly at the midpoint of this point of interest, price makes 15-second SMT, okay? Inside our point of interest, we are getting bearish SMT on the highs, okay? So once I saw this bearish SMT, I was waiting for price to disrespect some kind of bullish point of interest, which was this, okay? What do you see here? This was previously respected bullish fair value gap, okay? Price respected it one time, 2 times, okay? So this bullish fair value gap was working. So once price disrespected this bullish point of interest, okay, this became 50-second inversion fair value gap. And once we saw the candle closure below this 15-second bullish fair value gap, I market executed shorts. Stop loss was at these highs, and I targeted low resistance liquidity resting downside here. Okay, this was the first partial that we took. Partial here, which was over 2 RR. It was 2.3 RR, and full take profit was 3.4 RR. Okay, so let's do the recap. How and why did we take this trade? We had SMT on the higher time frame. We had SMT on the 4-hour fair value gap. We waited for proper time. So if move had to happen, it has to happen in correct time. Okay, so we waited for new quarter to open. Once new quarter opens and makes the high, then we made 5-minute breaker block. Then price retraces into the 5-minute breaker block. We make 15-second SMT followed by 15-second inversion fair value gap. We market executed sells right here, and we targeted liquidity resting downside. Okay, this trade only took 14 minutes. Okay, and it hit full take profit. Okay, guys, here are the results. Okay, you can check our Discord. Here are the profits that my members are making. Okay, everything has been transparent over 2 months. You can check our results. You can check our live trades, the analysis, the trade recaps. Everything was completely free, and it is still free till the end of the week. Okay, next week we are opening our mentorship. You can join my Discord and see whatever services I am offering. Okay, it is very, very cheap. By the way, it is one-time payment, and it includes live lectures, lifetime live trading, daily, weekly analysis, like literally everything you need in order to succeed in these markets. Okay, thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check my Discord, okay, because we are sharing amazing stuff here, free analysis, and also a lot of explanations. So you will gain a lot of knowledge once you join our Discord. Okay, thank you guys for listening. Wish you all the best. It was Gary with you, and wish you all fantastic training math. Okay, have a great week, guys.